friends, Goddess of Awesome here. Today is May 3rd, 2018, and I just want to say God is with me. God is so with me right now. You know, God has always been with me my whole life. I may not have had a perfect childhood, but I made it. I'm still here, survived it. Even being a sensual massage therapist for 18 years, I think in the course of that time I only ever had one or two bad experiences, and no one ever struck me. I'd never been beat or physically hurt. I think maybe 3 experiences that were bad. I had I had 2 bad experiences, kinda. Actually, I really only had one, what I would consider a really bad experience. But I made it out okay. But it did shake me up. One of those 4 that I just mentioned was a person who thought body to body meant that I was going to rub my pussy all over his body. That I was going to massage his whole body with my crotch. So I would consider that a bad experience. I took the $200 he gave me and ripped it up in his face, and I threw it back at him. That's how upsetting it was and how insistent he was, and that was my response to him. I have a friend, I have only one other girlfriend I ever knew who's ripped up $100 bills and have thrown it at somebody. I tip my hat to anybody who's done that. Not that it's good to destroy US currency, that's not cool at all, but for someone who deserves their money to be ripped up in front of their face, that guy definitely deserved it. And then I had 2 people rob me. I mean, they didn't hold me at gunpoint or anything. They discreetly, while my back was turned, stole the money. One guy got me busy with the computer. He said he was an airline person and he could get me a buddy airline ticket for free. When I got busy with the computer, he left the room stating that he needed to have a cigarette. When I turned around, he took the money and left me a $1 bill in its place. So if I looked back, there was something there. Buck. That's all he left me. Bastard. And one took all the money out of my drawer. He asked for a glass of water. So I went to go get him a glass of water. I had to go in the bathroom. At that point, he probably checked the drawer. When I came back, he gulped it down and asked for another one. So I'm all kind and hospitable. I went and got him a second glass of water. He asked me then if I would walk him to the elevator. He was a little nervous. He wanted to be walked to the elevator, which didn't make any sense to me at all. But I was all kind and sweet and nice. And I'm like, sure. Walked him to the elevator. By the time I got into the room, I realized he had taken all my money from the drawer. He left what he left for me, but he took everything I made that day. So those are the 4 bad experiences that I had. The really awful one was a big football guy who acted like whatever I did didn't matter, that he had leased my body, and that because he leased my body, he had full rights to do whatever he wanted to me. So that's bullshit, huh? Because when you lease a car, there's a lot of rules, isn't there? So he mind fucked me for about 3 hours before I just kept getting this signal to get up and go. Thank God it was an out call and I could leave and I didn't have to usher this humongous, broad-shouldered, big muscled guy out of my room. I got dressed, threw my pants on, and ran out of his room topless with my shirt holding my front and just ran to the car, you know. He actually apologized later with a text message, like he had some kind of conscience come back to him. I think mind fucking me into a whole bunch of fear was what he enjoyed. So those were my bad experiences. I didn't mean to talk about that right now. What I wanted to say is that God is absolutely with me 100%. And yes, God watches over sex workers. Can you imagine that? We're still God's children. You know, some people want to think that we're not human. And a lot of clients view us as inferior humans. You know, they're happy to be with us for the time they share with us because we're fantasy girls or boys. We're fantasy people, you know? But a lot of them, most of them, look at us as inferior human beings, especially once they pop. Once they have their climax and reality comes back, they can't get out of our presence fast enough, you know. And God forbid us to anybody, one of us, to ask for help, or like right now, hardly anybody can work right now because, you know, Backpage has been shut down and all the big sites are down. So there's a lot of people not making their month rent this month. I can only imagine that must be true. And my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry for that. You and I know that doesn't have to be that way, that you would gladly go to work if you could. I hope your phone starts to ring. I hope the people start coming into the clubs. I hope that I hope you can make it. God is with me right now, more than ever. I must be doing something right. I must be on the right path. It feels like it. So today is May 3rd, and middle of April, early April, I should say, I went to Utah to pick up my stallion. He'd been in training for 6 months. So I haven't gone on a trail ride since before I picked up my stallion. It's been about 3 weeks or just over. We're getting close maybe to the 4-week point. Probably good for sure 3 weeks. I have not been on trail. I did ride my stallion a couple times in this last week, so I have at least mounted this week in the last 7 days. But I haven't had a lot of riding time because, and I did ride when I was at my trainer's, but not trail. Trail to me is where it's at. That's a real ride, you know. I did a horse parade, and then I did a horse show the next weekend, and I've just been busy. I've been busy doing things with the computer, making new videos, working on my content. I haven't had time. I've been taking care of my horses. I had one who needed I've had 2 actually that needed some veterinarian care, and so I've been watching them like hawks. I've been out there with them. I just haven't been up on them, you know, going out and about. So today I was like, oh man, I'm going to squeeze in a morning ride. That's usually how I do it. I do a workout and a morning ride, and I'm usually done by 9 or 9:30 or 10 at the latest, you know. Usually on 9 or 9:30 I'm done because I'm up at 5:30 with my workout. I'm out there by 6:45. You know, I'm home, you know, showered and ready to go by 7:30. It's completely plausible to be mounted and back by 9:30, you know. So today I was going to do that. But I got busy. I made a video to go up on Facebook because I posted, it's in here. You guys can see it if you want. It's titled, My Brother Broke Into My House. I posted that on Facebook and everybody's shocked. Might have cost me a couple relationships. Good riddance, I guess. If you can't be my friend when the going gets tough and it needs to be daydreams and lollipops and sunbreeze and you know, pink ponies all the time, then that's not real life, is it? I mean, I prefer to have happy days like that all the time. Who doesn't, right? You do too. But, you know, other days happen. The non-fun days happen. So because I posted that, someone I really adore was actually the instructor after we chatted after class. He was shocked. He's like, hey, I seen your video. And I said a few words and he was like, why did you post that? You know, I'm actually a very private person. I really am. And I haven't posted on Facebook in the last handfuls of months deliberately. I haven't been on there. I'm too busy. But, you know, I posted a birthday video a week ago today. Celebrated my birthday with everybody and I got a lot of views, and now suddenly I think it's easier to make you a video and communicate this way than it is to type out a little message, you know. So when he asked me why I posted it, I thought, well, hell, you know, I bet you a lot of people have that question. Let me make a real quick video and answer that question. So I did that this morning and I posted it online on Facebook, and then that scary video scared one of my horse people, and I was going to get a foal out of her horse. That baby is due in 6 weeks, and she called me on the 1st of May saying that she had an idea and that if I'd be okay with it, maybe I could take the next foal in a year or two when things are better for me. and that she's kind of really interested in this full and she actually would like to keep it. So that was such a miraculous gift, an angelic offering from her, and truly a gift from God, because I did not know how I was going to make May rent. I didn't know. I was thinking about flying out this Saturday in 2 days, and everything in me I don't want to do that. I just want to keep plugging away at my projects, you know. I don't want to uproot and delay my deadlines and have to go back into the field to do work I don't want to do. I don't want to do that, you know. So I did the video and I posted it on Facebook, and then I had to go to down the street so I could print it. My printer's not working right now, so I needed to print the contract, the addendum, so we could both equally mutually terminate the agreement, and she would give me back my deposit, which is $2,000. What a blessing. My rent is $2,400. So yesterday was the second, and since I knew the money was coming, and it may take a few days, if I wait to the 5th, after the 5th I have a $250 late fee, which is kind of steep for me right now. So I just paid the rent online. Thank God I could do that. And I overdraft my account. I overdrew it because there's nothing in there, maybe $1 or a few. But but it went through, right? Because my bank is a good bank, and they would pay that, and I'd get a $25 late fee. It's nothing compared to $250. I mean, not a late fee, a $25 overdraft fee. So I didn't know how I was going to make up. You know, I knew I had $2,000. That's basically the bulk of rent. Now I need $414 to make it happen. But I just figured somehow, some way that would manifest. And then today, while I was just finished posting the the Facebook post video answering why I posted that scary video, and I was just going to be on my way to go do the computer stuff, I got a text message from somebody who booked with me a month ago. Somebody who's out of state and seen me one time before and couldn't stop thinking about my magical hands. And he booked with me a month ago for today at 11:30. Yeah, some people book like that. Some people are spontaneous and it's in the moment, so you never know what kind of calls are going to come in a day. And other people are structured, and it's like a doctor's appointment or a chiropractor appointment. They're happy to get it on the books, you know, get it on the schedule. To tell you the truth, I completely forgot about it. I had no memory at all. So, actually, forgive me, he didn't text, he called, and I happened to be right next to the phone. See, I haven't had that phone turned on for weeks, but I turned it on a few days ago because I needed to get the email address of one of my high rollers who wants to have me to make him specialized videos for him. So I happened to have the phone nearby, and I heard it ring, and I looked, and I seen who it was, and I answered it, and he was confirming 11:30 for today. That was around 9 in the morning today. What a blessing. What a blessing. See, God is with me, you know. So this person showed up. He had some kind of injury happen to his knee. He told me he did not, even though he was injured and he was in a leg brace, he did not want to cancel this appointment. There's God also. God showed up like that as well to make him so determined to come see me. Well, I kind of chitter-chattered a little bit in the first part of the session, more than normal, so I ended up giving him a few extra minutes at the end of the hour. And right around, 7 minutes over or something like that, and it was pretty much time. He almost popped twice, but his leg hurting, the knee thing, whatever the tendons were, connects to everything, and it was distracting him a lot. And then he realized he also needed to use the facilities. He needed to use the bathroom. So we got up really quick to do that, and we're pretty much a few minutes over already for the hour. And he comes back and he's like, how are we doing on time? I'm like, well, we're a few minutes over, but I'm like, would you like to go for another half hour? I mean, that's another $100, And he said yes. There's God again. He said yes. So we laid back down and we had another almost the full 30 minutes. I mean, he was really having a hard time being comfortable because his knee kept bothering him, and it was very much a distraction, which stinks. You know, he never got his fireworks. You know, we did put in some good effort, but he's a kind soul. He wasn't going to overwork me to death. That's cool. Some guys would do that. He's a really amazing man and a great guy. You would never know if someone like him was going to come see someone like me. So that's the thing, you know, people think that patrons who come to a sex worker are slime balls, and they're creepy crawly, and they're murky lurky, and they're the scum of the earth, and, you know, second-class citizens, third-class citizens, whatever you want to call them. But most of them who come see me are first-class citizens. Most of them who come to see me are fresh-pressed, tight-laced, groomed well, smelling great, with great hygiene, driving nice cars, you know, respectable, contributing to society type of individuals. And I think most sex workers out there right now would agree with what I just said, that a lot of our clientele are just amazing, upstanding men and women, whoever, you know, some girls want this too. I don't work on girls, but some women do want this, you know. It's not exclusive to men. So I was $414 short for rent, and now I'm only it's $415 I needed. Now I only need $115. And I have a regular who's booked for this later afternoon. He might cancel. I saw it today, his text from yesterday. I didn't look at the phone at all yesterday. I was busy doing other things, working on projects, you know. He thought about coming in yesterday. I didn't see that text till this morning. Maybe he'll cancel today, maybe he'll show up, but either way, he'll come through. He might come in tomorrow. Might be early next week. But either way, me overdrawing my account to pay rent on time is totally smart, you know, because A, I'm in good standing with my leasing company and my landlords. B, the money's coming in, you know. Thank God, the whole full thing, terminating that agreement. I will confess, it hurts a little. I'm sure it's going to be a gorgeous full, and then it will hurt more. It sounds bad, but if it's not a good looking full, then I'll be super happy, right? What if it's smoky black? Ugh, I'm not into that color. Or bay. Ugh, so boring, you know. So if it's a bay or smoky black or buckskin, I'll be super thrilled it's not mine, because I'm not really into those colors, you know. I had a bay before. I've had a buckskin before. I fostered one. He was a complete idiot. So I don't ever think it would take a special buckskin for me to go for that, you know. So that's $2,000. She says she'll pay me PayPal it back today, so I will see. I'm sure she will. And then I just made what I made unexpectedly. So I just want to say God is with me 100%. I haven't had a chance yet to write that email offering back my mirror, but I'm going to do that today, and hopefully they go for it. At this point, there's no super duper time-sensitive rush on it because May is covered. And then my high roller with his videos that he needs, again, there's no super duper time-sensitive rush because May is covered. What a blessing. Now I'm going to get on it, right, so that I'm in advance for June. Hopefully I can get July done, pay the remaining balance on my website, give a smidgen to my water bill, and put them on a payment schedule that they'll be happy with, so I don't feel stressed there. Pay my hay bill so I can kick my hired hand out of my life forever for being a complete and utter negligent asshole. Setting up one of my horses to get hurt, and it happened. Someone got hurt from his stupidity. And there's a huge vet bill for that, so I could apply some to my vet bill. They're a very good company. I could get on a payment schedule with them. So what I'm trying to say is that God is with me, and God looks over sex workers, believe it or not. Some of you out there may think sex workers are just the worst creatures in the world, that we have no position in life, and that we shouldn't even be alive. We shouldn't exist. Certainly that's what the government is trying to do right now, right? They're trying to basically say in so many words that sex workers have no position in society and that we shouldn't exist. Well, the problem with that is we are invaluable to society. We absolutely are a gift to society, and you can never squash us or take us away because people seek us and they need us. And that need will always be there. As long as humans live and breathe, that need will always be there. Not everybody has a satisfying relationship, and not everybody is in a relationship. So for the single people, for the unloved married people, sex workers are incredibly valuable. Beyond. We're an asset to society. Regardless if you want to think that way or not, it's true. So my fellow sex workers watching this, please take a big hug for me. And I sure do hope you're making your May rent this month, and I hope you make rent for all of the rest of all the months to come. You know, I made some videos of ideas of things that we could do for work other than sex work, things that you could be a sole proprietor. So maybe look up those videos. I don't know if they're posted yet, to tell you the truth, now that I say that, so I'll try to go post those immediately. But that's all I wanted to say, is that God is with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with me today and for watching over me. My God and Goddess who watch over me every day and have watched over me every day, have kept me safe on numerous airplane rides. I've ridden numerous times in the sky. I've always been safe. Everywhere I go, I've always been safe. You know why? Because this is true, and you can say this to yourself also. It's a wonderful mantra. I am divinely protected and safe in all times and in all space. It's a fabulous thing to affirm. I am divinely protected and safe in all times and in all space. That's for everybody, not just sex workers. That's for everybody. I've been using that mantra for years. Years and years and years and years and years. It's very true for me. So anyways, I just want to say God is with me, and I cannot be more grateful and thankful right now that I don't have to uproot and go back to work, you know. And having that person call when they did this morning was so timely. I can't believe I was near the phone. I could have been outside fiddling with my horses, and then I was on my way to do that. I was getting ready to do that, and the phone rang. And then it was like, oh my God, what a gift. I totally forgot he booked with me like a month ago. So what a blessing, isn't it? So my blessings to you, my brothers and sisters, all of us, sex workers and non-sex workers alike. There's lots of love and light to you. Thank you for being here with me today. If you found any value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to know more, please subscribe. In the meantime, bright blessings and be well.